In the financial year 2023-2024, the Kenya Revenue Authority recorded a notable growth in domestic value-added tax collections, largely attributed to the implementation of the Electronic Tax Invoice Management System, ETIMS. According to KRA officials, the system has enhanced compliance among VAT-registered taxpayers, driving revenue growth with domestic VAT collections increasing by 11% to 314 billion shillings, surpassing the target by 6.3 billion. And as Jimmy Mbogo now reports, the Revenue Authority has its eyes trailed on the MSMEs as part of its effort to mobilize more resources in the current financial year.
The introduction of Electronic Tax Invoice Management System, ETIMS, into the Kenyan market, although resisted, has begun to bear fruits, according to the Kenya Revenue Authority officials. KRA says through ETIMS, the authority has seen an increase in domestic revenue every month. After the rollout of ETIMS in the second half of the 2022-2023 financial year, the average monthly domestic VAT collection increased by 17.5%, reaching 26.25 billion shillings. Compared to 23.59 billion shillings collected in the first half of the year before the system was implemented. This upward trend continued into the 2023-2024 financial year, with the current monthly averages standing at 28.68 billion shillings.
With the device-based approach where we had the online tax registers, we noticed that for most part, the larger taxpayers were the ones who easily adopted the change. So it was important for us from this side of government to look at it and see what other options do we have to make it a regime that is flexible enough so that it accommodates both the larger category of our taxpayers and also the smaller ones.
On the back of this success, KRA has outlined a series of initiatives targeting small and medium-sized enterprises to widen the tax bracket further. Through the simplified trade regime, SMEs will benefit from a consolidated framework, while self-care solutions for consolidated cargo is set to make clearing of goods faster and more efficient.
We're also planning the mobile self-clear solution for small-scale traders at the land borders, because we realize the consolidated one, the number one, is for air cargo and sea cargo. Now for the land borders, again, we're planning to do something. And then we'll have a mobile self-clear solution for toll processing. Nakuja na mzigo yako kwa lorry, it's coming to the country. Yeah, you declare your means of transport in advance.
KRA has also recognized the confusion in tying ETIMS with tax declaration, noting that their goal is to minimize resistance, create awareness, and establish trust in the system. A challenge, they say, could be addressed by gaining access to merchant payment systems, particularly M-Pesa Till and Paybill in the future, owing to the informal setup of the Kenyan economy.
We know that our medium and small, micro, small and medium enterprises are largely informal with very low level of technology that is being used in their business environment. But we'd like to ensure when it comes to tax declaration and verifications to have visibility, to have transparency, to minimize resistance.
The informal nature of Kenya's economy is now forcing the Kenya Revenue Authorities to look for ways to ease the burden of compliance, particularly for SMEs, in an effort to increase tax collection in the country. Jimmy Mbogo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.